A shed update, and I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I did get the MPC nuclear waste containers for the Cargo Eagle of Space 1999, and I have the first Eagle that came out, but I don't have the cargo one yet, and hopefully one day I can remedy that so I can have both versions, because we like to have two. But anyway, I think these are pretty slick. I mean, I had to special order it and get it at the hobby store, but I think it's, you know, it's a simple kit, but I think it's one of those unsung little models that, you know, basically grow in value, because, you know, a lot of people didn't probably didn't get the canisters, but, you know, they got the Eagle. But anyway, one of them little things. So I'm probably going to do a little pegboard method there, since it's kind of designed for that, and just work my way down on it. But anyway, a shed update. We did get some, I did get quite a few kits for a normal shed update. But anyway, sprue kits. Now I lied. I said that, you know, that was probably the last time I talked about sprue kits was going to be the last one. But again, I went to the Goodwill, and there was one sitting on the shelf at a really good price, and I had to have it. And you can't go wrong. This is a new 52 Superman, which I won't go in complete detail on, but anyway, you know, it's one of those, you know, you can use that for just about anything. But anyway, we'll be adding another new 52 Superman to the art. Did get some car kits. I got the Tony Stewart one. I don't know if I even have that one. I've been trying to, I really don't collect, I do collect cars, but I don't either, but I try to collect, you know, someone specifically, you know, like their vehicle. I got this at a garage sale. It's missing the tires, but, you know, you can always get tires anywhere. But the rest of the kit's complete, but, you know, so one thing about buying models at a secondhand store or a garage sale, sometimes they are missing, but that's an easy fix around here inside the art. That's why you always got to have extra parts. But anyway, we're going to add Tony Stewart to the art. Now, I'm running out of space here. Also picked this up at a garage sale. This is a 32nd scale NASCAR, which I don't know who or what it is, but it is 32nd scale. It is complete, and you know, I like 32nd scale. I think that's a common scale around here. Well, you know, like Battlestar, and then if I went upstairs and showed you the armor, you know, it's pretty much standard up there. Plus, I got a lot of 37, which that'll be adding the 32nd scale race car to the art. Dodge Viper, which that's probably, you know, I probably got a bunch of these. Basically picked it up for a parts kit. Its body was painted, but anyway, that's thought about making some futuristic car. But anyway, not going to go a whole lot of detail, but we'll add another Dodge Viper to the art. There's a craft store that sells model kits, and if you all know Hobby Lobby, they carry the World War Tunes tank, which a week ago I showed you the Sherman, which is down there somewhere, which I haven't put up yet, but I went ahead and picked up the B-17. I think that was actually pretty darn slick, which, like, I'll probably try to get me another one. But anyway, the Mean Kids, they're super deformed, which where is Mr. Gundam? Oh, I probably buried it somewhere. No, down there. The super deformed stuff, it's one of those, I like them, but I don't either. It's a love-hate relationship, but one of those, you know, I kind of have to have them all. But anyway, they do the instructions on the back, so that's kind of pretty darn slick. But anyway, it's, you know, there's so much you can do. You don't even have to make it, you know, you can make an aluminum one, a green one, camo one, you know, just, it's almost endless just doing it in the tune version, which I think is pretty darn slick. Ooh, that's an officially licensed Boeing product. But anyway, I'm hoping to get some, I'd like to get some more of the tanks, the German ones and everything. But anyway, I thought these are one of those, and they're actually selling these. That was the crazy thing. Went one time, you know, they had a stock shelf. Went back next time, you know, there's only one or two on the shelf. So I had to go ahead and pick me up one. And if you got a coupon, it does take the price off a little bit more. So anyway, we're adding the B-17 Mean Kids to the art. Starting my second run of basically Battlestar kits, and that's the armament set, which goes to the Raptor. And I got the I got another Raptor in layaway. I just need to get it paid off so I can add that to the art, which I'll basically have 2, but I'll have 1.5, and I'll try to get me another complete kit later on this year. But anyway, we're adding another armament set, and this way we have 2, because that's the way we like to roll around here. Where is Mr. Coffee? I'm about to die here. Up next, there's actually a, I don't have it down, I'll have to go upstairs if I did it. But anyway, there's a figure store here in town, and he does sell consignment models for other modelers there. And he had some gems there, and he was really cheap on these. That's the 1/20th Tamiya tire changing pit crew, which I like figures. Figures are usable for anything, and most importantly, I don't use it for the you know, the actual car or racing of that nature. I pick them up for, which I figure that's what they used, the SF3D and MAK step. I figured SF3D, that's pretty much what they used the Tamiya racing team set and resculpted the uniforms and everything on it. But anyway, I mean, in good shape. Just excellent find, I think. But anyway, that's just one of those. And I do, you know, figures that could be used for anything. So you can even use these, you know, redo them just a tad and add them to the SF3D, and you know, make different different factions, if you will. So we're adding the pit crew to the art. Then he had this little gem here, which this is called the Barnstormers. Now, I'm already disappointed because this is air show scene number 2, and I would like to have number 1 and number 2. But anyway, one reason I wanted it is because it's odd and it's an old model. But this is Bob Hoover's Mustang, and there's actually a 32nd scale Bob Hoover's P51 Mustang that Revell did, and I would like to have it. So someday I like to have it as well. And I'll show you one thing a true modeler will do when he gets an old kit or a model and he wants to store it. He will actually put the canopy taped to the box. That's something you just don't see. That is that's just a unique thing. So if you ever see something that ain't you know, canopy's missing, always check the bottom of the box, so you might find it. But anyway, it's a good shape. It's 72nd scale. You know, it's actually just, it is old, but, you know, it's one of those. I think it's a unique kit. And it's also a Bob Hoover kit, which, you know, it has to be inside the art. But anyway. Now, up next, now, if you're a gentle snowflake or like to take needles and everything, you might want to turn away, because we're going to talk a little bit about the Civil War. I actually picked up a lot of figure kits, which they were cheap, and I was kind of weak on some of them, and I'll show you all why. I don't know who made this, but this is 54 millimeter, which is 32nd scale. It's a I want to say this person right here. I don't know what he is. They probably will. Maybe this will tell us. What does it say? Republican Blues 1st Regiment, Georgia Volunteers, 1860. I don't know who made it. IR Miniatures. But anyway, it's a metal figure. Never even started. And I know figure kits always were real. They like to add like a photo of you know, the actual miniature itself, which is fine. I think it's been primed, but you know, no big deal. Metal figure. But anyway, I'm going to add him to the art. The next one is ADV Olga, which I had to have it. I thought it was a unique model. I think big scale, and you know, female, post-apocalyptic, you know, warrior type. So I thought, yeah, Brad's got to have that, and of course, you know, the ARC has to have it. So I thought, why not? It was cheap, and I thought, well, that'd be a nice unique addition to the art. Excuse me. One more drink of coffee. And up next is, I've been wanting a Strombrecker kit. I wanted, actually got both these, both Strombrecker. They're Battle Yorktown and the Civil War Charge. I wanted a Strombecker kit for the Ark. Well, I actually want basically a vehicle. And for example, and I don't know if this actually is one, but there's a plane like that. It's actually a Strombecker kit, but the Aurora got the molds to it, put the Aurora name on it. So it's like, where is it? It's like Glencoe here. Like the Retriever rocket's a Strombecker kit, just with the Glencoe name, and you know every model kit companies kind of change hands on kits like that. But anyway, I don't really know if they ever, because these came out in, when did they come out? Strombecker 1966. These are metal kits, and one thing about them, I really don't know a whole lot about the Strombecker military miniatures. I've been trying to find research on it, but I'll open one up. They're metal, but one thing that caught my eye is testers involved in it. So testers and Strombecker were involved in the 60s as far as I know. They even have a paint rack there. Look at that. Old school, painted with enamels. But anyway, if you can see, they are metal figures. I mean, just they were in good shape, and I wanted a Strombecker kit for the Ark. I thought, well, I'll start with the military miniatures, and then we'll work our way to a vehicle or two down the road. And then last but not least, and I really, really wanted it, and that's the Screaming Eagle Dixie Cups. And this is a bust. Knock on wood, we don't want a little pun there. But I thought it was in good shape. Cast extremely well. And of course, female. Brad had to have it, and it was just one. It was odd, and you can make Confederate or you can make Union. It don't matter. It's Dixie Cups. We had to have it, and I don't know a whole lot about Screaming Eagle. I probably seen them at shows and everything, but just never really paid attention to it. But anyway, I thought that was a unique addition to the figure section of the Ark. So that's what I have got going on today. We are adding Glenn Hoover's P-51 Mustang. We are adding some car kits, adding some more Battlestar, adding some metal figures, adding Miss Olga, and we are adding the Dixie Cups to the Ark. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.